Hi, I'm Parker. I'm a software developer at a leading tech company in Boston, and I guess you could say I'm pretty good at what I do. But in my family, that doesn't mean much when you're living in the shadow of a miracle worker. Dude, your new healthcare app is going to revolutionize patient care tracking. Marcus was saying this over beers at our usual spot, the corner pub. Yeah, tell that to my parents. They're too busy planning another celebration dinner for Nathan's latest achievement. I took a long sip of my beer. Did you know he's being featured in Medical Weekly? Again? Your parents still playing favorites? That's messed up, man. You have no idea. Last Sunday's family dinner was just another Nathan praise fest. Have you told your parents how well the company's doing? I mean, your healthcare tracking system is... Oh, I tried. Mom cut me off mid-sentence because Nathan had to share how he saved another life that morning. Dad actually teared up. My phone buzzed. A text from Emma. On my way to the pub. Family dinner that bad? Your girl gets it, Marcus laughed. 20 minutes later, Emma slid into the booth beside me. Sorry I'm late. Surgery ran long. Speaking of surgery, I couldn't help but roll my eyes. Guess who's being called the future of modern medicine now? Let me guess. The golden child? Emma squeezed my hand under the table. Mom actually said, and I quote, Parker, why can't you do something meaningful with computers, like your brother does with medicine? That's rich, Marcus snorted. Your medical tracking system literally helps doctors save lives. Yeah, but it's not the same as physically holding a scalpel, according to them. Just then, someone bumped our table. Oh, speak of the devil, Marcus muttered. Nathan stood there in his pristine white coat, phone in hand, perfect smile in place. Little brother, didn't expect to see you here. It's my regular spot, Nathan. You'd know that if you ever paid attention to anything about my life. Now, don't be like that. I just finished a groundbreaking procedure. You should come by the hospital sometime, see what real innovation looks like. Before I could respond, Nathan's phone rang. He placed it on our table while fumbling with his coat pocket for something. The screen lit up with a notification, and that's when I saw it. A video thumbnail that made my blood run cold. I've got to take this, Nathan said, grabbing his phone. But he must have hit something while picking it up, because suddenly the video started playing for a split second before he snatched it away. Was that? Emma whispered after he rushed out. Yeah, I said, my hands shaking slightly. That looked like the hospital basement, and those people... I couldn't finish the sentence. Parker? Marcus leaned in. What exactly did you just see? I stared at the door my brother had just rushed through, my mind racing. Something very, very wrong. I couldn't sleep that night after what I saw. Next morning, I made an excuse to visit the hospital, claiming I needed to check some data for my healthcare app. Those are restricted areas, sir. A security guard blocked my path to the basement. I'm Dr. Nathan Morgan's brother, just doing some tech maintenance. That's when I heard a voice behind me. I can escort him down. He's helping with our patient monitoring system. I turned to see a nurse with tired eyes and a knowing look. She waited until we were alone in the elevator. I'm Sarah, and I know what your brother's doing down there. You've seen it too? Every Tuesday and Friday night, he tells the board it's group therapy for terminal patients. But it's something else entirely. The basement was eerily quiet during daylight. Sarah led me through a maze of corridors to a large storage room. This is where it happens. He makes them fight each other. Winner gets priority for his experimental treatment. That's insane! These people are dying! Look! She pulled out her phone, showing me secretly recorded footage. Richard from the hospital board comes to watch. Nathan has him convinced it's survival therapy, testing patients' will to live. Marcus, you seeing this? I was on video call with my friend, showing him around. Man, this is sick, but we need more proof. They could say these videos are staged. Already thought of that. Sarah pulled out a thick folder. I've been documenting everything. Patient transfers, mysterious deaths, unusual injury patterns in terminal patients. Suddenly, voices echoed down the hallway. Quick, in here! Sarah pulled me into a supply closet. Dr. Morgan, the results from last night's session are remarkable. It was Richard's voice. The human spirit is fascinating, isn't it? when people have something to fight for. Although that last match was rather intense, sometimes we need to push boundaries for breakthrough results. Speaking of which, about that research grant. Their voices faded away. Sarah gripped my arm. See how he works? Richard questions something, Nathan distracts him with medical jargon and funding talks. We need to be smart about this. Nathan's got the whole board wrapped around his finger. Not everyone. Dr. Chen in oncology has been asking questions, and I've got connections in patient advocacy. Perfect. Marcus can help us set up secure communication channels. But we need to be careful. If Nathan suspects anything, he won't. To him, I'm just another overworked nurse, nobody important enough to notice. That's what makes you the perfect ally. Keep gathering evidence. I'll set up a secure cloud drive for everything. As I left the hospital, my phone buzzed. A text from Nathan. Saw you at the hospital today, little brother. Hope you're not poking around where you shouldn't be. He's getting suspicious. I showed Emma the text from Nathan while we sat in her apartment, planning our next move. Look what Diana sent over. Emma turned her laptop toward me. She's been investigating hospital corruption cases for years. The investigative journalist's face appeared on our secure video call. These fight clubs aren't new, but I've never seen one run by a respected surgeon. The evidence you and Sarah collected is explosive. Here's today's footage. Sarah joined our call, looking exhausted. He had 3 terminal cancer patients fight for a spot in his breakthrough treatment program tonight. Wait till you hear what happened at my parents' house. I rubbed my temples, remembering the disaster. Mom, Dad, Nathan's doing something terrible at the hospital. Stop being jealous of your brother's success, Mom had snapped. He's saving lives while you play with computers. Your brother is a saint, Dad had added. Just last week, he donated his entire speaking fee to the children's ward. Back in the present, Diana was reviewing our evidence. The charity gala is perfect. Every hospital board member, major donor, and local media outlet will be there. Nathan's getting the Humanitarian of the Year award, Sarah added. He's planning some big announcement about his revolutionary treatment program. Suddenly, my phone buzzed. Guys, Nathan's here. He's in the hospital parking lot. Sarah, get out now, Emma practically shouted. Can't. He's coming up to my floor. I'll hide the files and call you back. The next hour was torture. Finally, Sarah called back. He searched the entire nurses' station. Someone tipped him off about the documentation. Richard, I growled. Had to be him. He's been watching us. We need to accelerate the plan, Diana said. I've got my team ready for the gala. Emma, can you get those patient families to attend? Already done. 5 of them confirmed. They'll be in the audience when he gets his award. The video wall behind the stage, Sarah suddenly said. During his speech, I can access the controls. We can broadcast everything. The fights, the injured patients, his deals with Richard. While Diana's team live streams it all, Emma added. He can't stop every camera. What about security? I asked. Leave that to me, Diana smiled. I've got friends at the police department waiting for my signal. They're very interested in these underground fights. 3 days. I looked at each face on the screen. In 3 days, everyone sees who Nathan really is. My phone buzzed again. Another text from Nathan. Family breakfast tomorrow, little brother. We need to talk about your recent interests in my work. Let me guess. Emma saw my face. He's making a move? Doesn't matter. The trap is set. All we need now is for him to walk right into it. The hospital ballroom was packed for the annual charity gala. Nathan stood at the podium, basking in the applause, while our parents beamed from the front row. My life's work has always been about giving hope to those who've lost it, he was saying, completely unaware of Sarah in the control room above. Now, Diana whispered beside me. The massive screen behind Nathan flickered. His voice faltered as brutal footage of his basement fights filled the display. What is this? Richard stood up, face pale. That's my father! A woman screamed from the audience. You made him fight 2 weeks before he died. The footage kept playing, Nathan forcing weakened patients to fight, promising treatments that never came, laughing with Richard as they watched. This is clearly some sort of manipulation. Nathan tried to regain control. My enemies trying to discredit? I saw everything. Sarah emerged from the crowd. Every fight, every false promise, Every death you covered up. Son? Mom's voice shook. What did you do? What I had to do. These people were dying anyway. I gave them purpose, a chance to prove. A chance? Another family member stood up. My mother was in pain, and you made her fight for treatment she never got. Nathan Morgan, an officer approached the podium. You're under arrest for multiple charges of patient abuse, criminal negligence, and manslaughter. As they led him away, he locked eyes with me. You did this. My own brother. No, you did this, I said loud enough for everyone to hear. I just exposed it. 2 weeks later, Mom and Dad showed up at my apartment. We should have listened. Dad's voice cracked. All these years, we were so blind. Mom reached for my hand. Can you forgive us? Forgive you? You dismissed every achievement I ever had, made me feel worthless compared to your precious Nathan. And when I tried to warn you about him, you called me jealous. We were wrong, so wrong. Yes, you were. And now you know exactly who your golden child really is, but it's too late for apologies. Please, Parker, we're still family. Family. You stopped being my family the day you decided Nathan was the only child worth loving. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meeting with Diana. They're doing a documentary about hospital corruption. Parker, please. I closed the door on their tears. What would you do if you discovered your successful sibling, the one your family worships, was secretly torturing vulnerable people? Would you expose them immediately or gather evidence first like Parker did? Think about it. Is there ever a right time to destroy your family's perfect image of someone, even when you know they're committing horrible acts? Parker chose to meticulously build his case before the big reveal. Was that the moral choice, or did his delay allow more patients to suffer? Share your thoughts in the comments. What choice would you make if you were in Parker's shoes? How would you handle parents who refuse to see the truth about their favorite child? If you enjoyed this story of justice and family betrayal, hit like and subscribe for more intense revenge stories. Every family has its dark secrets, but not everyone has the courage to expose them.